The neon sign of the small coastal inn flickered in the evening haze, casting an eerie glow over the empty parking lot as I drove in. My wife, Vanessa, had texted me she was working late at her boutique, preparing for an upcoming fashion event. But a casual remark from one of her co-workers about her leaving early had set my nerves on edge. We had been married for 6 years. Our life was a delicate balance of love, comfort, and growing tension. Her secrecy, the guarded phone, and vague plans gnawed at me. Something had shifted between us, slowly, almost imperceptibly, until it became impossible to ignore. I tracked her location to this rundown seaside inn. My heart pounded as I pushed open the door to room 7, unprepared for what I would find. Vanessa stood in the dimly lit room, eyes wide with panic, her blouse half-buttoned. "Caleb, don't look," she begged, voice trembling, stepping in front of the bathroom door. The room reeked of cheap perfume and tension. A man's jacket lay across a chair, the bed was unmade, and the air felt heavy with guilt. My stomach churned, but I didn't shout. I stepped forward, gaze locked on hers, and pushed past her to the bathroom. She grabbed my arm, tears streaming, but I needed to see the truth. Inside, a man in his mid-30s, familiar from her boutique's holiday party, stood frozen, shirtless, face pale. "It's not what you think," Vanessa stammered behind me. But the scene spoke louder than words. I recognized him, Ethan, her co-worker, always far too close at office events. My chest tightened, not with rage, but with a hollow ache. I had trusted her, loved her through late nights and the growing distance between us. And this was where it led. I turned to Vanessa, her sobs filling the room. "Why?" I asked, voice low, steady despite the storm inside. She collapsed onto the bed, hands covering her face. "I felt alone," she whispered. "You were always working. And Ethan," she trailed off. Her excuse felt like a slap, blaming me for her choice. I thought of our mornings, her laughter over coffee, the trips we had planned. Now those memories were tainted, stabbed through by her betrayal. I didn't yell. I reached into my pocket, pulled out my wedding ring, and set it on the dresser. The clink echoed in the silence. "You made your choice," I said, eyes on hers. Vanessa's sobs grew louder, hands reaching for me. I stepped back. "Caleb, please. I love you," she cried, but her words felt hollow, drowned by the truth in that room. I walked out, the inn door slamming behind me, her pleas fading into the night. I drove to a friend's house, the ocean road blurring through my thoughts. Her texts flooded my phone, apologies, promises, claims it was a mistake, but I didn't respond. I thought of the signs I had ignored, her late nights, the locked phone, her excuses. My ring on the dresser wasn't drama. It was a line drawn, a refusal to be her fallback. The image of her with Ethan, her desperate plea not to look, burned into my mind. But I felt a strange clarity. The next day, I met with a lawyer, not to file for divorce, but to understand my options. Vanessa showed up at my friend's place, face haggard, begging to talk. "One time," she said, tears falling. I looked at her, the woman I had loved, and said, "You begged me not to look because you knew what I'd see." She flinched. My calm hit harder than any anger. Her betrayal wasn't just the act. It was the secrecy, the choice to step outside our vows. We tried counseling, but the sessions were raw, her guilt clashing with my hurt. Vanessa admitted she had felt neglected, chasing attention to fill a void. I confessed my own fault, long hours at work, blind to her drifting, but her choice was hers alone. Leaving the ring had stunned her, forced her to face the cost of her actions. She cut contact with Ethan, quit her job, but trust was fragile, a ghost, hard to grasp. Months later, we were separated, living apart. She tried letters, small gestures, therapy sessions, but I wasn't ready to forgive. That motel room, her plea, the truth I had seen, it had changed me. I wasn't the man who would beg her to stay. I was the man who walked away, valuing myself over her betrayal. One evening she left a voicemail, voice soft. "I'll wait for you, Caleb." I listened, pain still sharp but softening, unsure if we could rebuild. That night, in the inn, something broke inside me. My calm, my finality, gave me strength. Her plea not to look had been her fear of facing herself. I had looked, and it set me free. We were still apart, the future uncertain. But I knew my worth now. Her betrayal had torn us apart, but walking away, leaving that ring, had given me a chance to start again. A chance to reclaim my life, my confidence, and my peace of mind. I realized something vital. Betrayal can't only be measured by actions. It is equally shaped by secrecy, choices, and the erosion of trust. I would never let myself be reduced to a pawn in someone else's lies again. That motel room, the decision to walk away, and the clink of my ring on the dresser, all of it reminded me that self-respect can be more powerful than love, when love is broken. If you've ever been betrayed or faced heartbreak, you're not alone. Subscribe to Cheating Secrets for real stories of love, betrayal, and resilience. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss a story that could change the way you see relationships. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story matters.